Hi, and welcome to the Saltbridge Farm podcast. My name's Dennis, and I'm your host. And today we have a very special guest over here, Jack Harris from Rutgers.
Hey, thanks for having me, Dennis. So as you talked, I'm a assistant teaching professor and a program director in sustainability at Rutgers, and more specifically at our School of Environmental and Biological Sciences, which is the land grant portion of the university. So we have a mission to serve the state and the communities of the state.
Awesome. Yeah, really happy you came down here. When I first got to New Jersey, I'm like, okay, we got to connect with the land grant university. We got to get involved. And I think I hit you up. What was it, back in November?
Yeah, I think it was November of last year, November 25.
hmm
Yes. Yeah.
We were working on some grant work together, and just kind of struck up the conversation and talked about interns. And then next thing you know, we have Rutgers interns.
Yeah, actually, we have two interns, which are working out really well so far. I was really happy when you reached out to me, and almost immediately, one intern I thought particularly of when you reached out to me would be a really good fit. And then over the winter break, we had another intern who needed to finish up what we call our experiential learning credits at Rutgers in our school. We call it SEBS, the School of Environmental and Biological Sciences. Every student has to take at least 3 credits of experiential learning where they're actually doing something. And this one particular student, I felt like this would be the perfect site for him to finish that up. And it looks like he's going to graduate on time in May, and we're all systems go.
Yeah, very proud of them. Very proud of them.
Yeah.
Love watching people grow just like I love watching plants grow.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
so would you mind telling me a little bit about what SEBS is all about?
Sure. So, School of Environmental Biological Sciences, it is, like I mentioned earlier, it's the land grant portion of the university. It basically dates back to the 1860s, the 1870s, and was really where the New Jersey Agricultural Experiment Station was formed, or NJAES. And as with most land grant universities, it has a mission to basically serve the state. Originally, it was industry and the mechanical arts. That was sort of the language that was in the original Morrill Act of 1862, which established these land grant universities all over the country. But over the years, like Rutgers, it evolved. It has many different layers and many different parts. We have a strong undergraduate teaching component. We're heavily engaged in community engaged teaching and research, not just in New Jersey, but throughout the world, really. And we also have sort of our kind of our agricultural and our marine sciences and our environmental components tend to be sort of embedded in our portion of the university as well. Before we were SEBS, we were Cook College, which had a mission of man in the environment, or man and the environment. And that was established in the late 1960s when higher ed was undergoing some fairly radical transformations. And Cook had that sort of environment and agriculture focus for Rutgers for many years until they did a reorg about 20 years ago.
Nice. So what career fields would SEBS students be looking at when they graduate?
Oftentimes, students at SEBS, they tend to be science focused as well as social science focused. So in my department, I'm in the Department of Human Ecology. We're an interdisciplinary environmental social sciences department. So we have a environmental policy major, and we house our interdisciplinary sustainability minor there, which I'm the program director for. So in our department, students are going into policy, they're going into planning, they're going to work for nonprofits. Some of them are going to work for businesses. Many off to law school. We have a Department of Agriculture, or is it DAFRA? Department of Agriculture and Natural Resource Economics. They're like kind of our sister department in many ways. We house an undergraduate agricultural business and sustainable food systems minor with them, and they focus again on sort of the economic and business aspects of ag and natural resources, both locally and worldwide. More broadly, we have a lot of different core sciences departments. Our marine sciences department is usually ranked in the top 5 in the world,
Wow.
oftentimes second or third. And they have these really cool robotic gliders that can pretty much go anywhere in the world, and they can actually move vertically inside a water column and collect a lot of data from the surface down to the depths. But they can also basically, we can launch them in off the coast of New Jersey, and they can head out to Africa or Europe and vice versa. Yeah. So
Wow.
they do some really cool stuff there. We have a biotechnology group that does, again, really interesting, innovative things. Environmental sciences. A lot of folks at New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection have come through SEBS or its predecessors in some way as well. So government work is another place that folks go. Plant sciences, so people going to the horticultural industry. Animal sciences, some really good research going on there, and then their producing a lot of students that go on to like vet school or working kind of in the animal sciences.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So, what kind of advice would you have to people thinking about doing internships?
I think, why do you want to do it? I think it's always a good question.
Hmm.
What you are hoping to get out of it. I think it's good to go into an internship with at least somewhat of a clear goal. I mean, internships and education in general can kind of be a process of discovery,
Hmm.
but also having kind of a sense of why this particular organization, why this particular type of work, what I'm hoping to eventually do after college. Does this set me up for it? But I think it's also important to keep in mind that sort of education and the internships is as much a journey of discovery as it is to have specific goals. So while I think it's important to not just kind of go in sort of blind and randomly, it's also important to sort of be open to different experiences and the different ways in which an internship may change. New projects come online, all sorts of things happen in the course of just a very few months, and so learning to sort of be adaptable, I think, is a core part of the internship journey as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I just got an email from an intern I had back in 2015, 2016. They're like, Dennis, I'm over here in Liberia. I just wanted to let you know I got some stuff going on, and it almost made me tear up. That like that that level of impact was made, and it affected their trajectory of their adult life and their career. And it's just a beautiful thing to see, and I absolutely love that. So I feel like we have a lot of synergy, Rutgers and Saltbridge Farm, and I'm really looking forward to some future potential opportunities here. Where do you see the future with this collaboration that we're working on?
I see a long future with the collaboration. Hopefully,
Mhm.
I think simply as a site for internship placement, I think that there's really good opportunities here. We also, as I mentioned, sort of our experiential learning and community engaged teaching and research. As I described, kind of SEBS at Rutgers, right? We have a wide variety of departments,
Mhm.
so we have a wide variety of students and faculty with different research interests and different career interests or career prep interests. So I think there's an opportunity to expand our relationship across the school. I think there's also grant collaboration activities. We've discussed some grants. We've signed a partnership letter for you for a particular federal grant.
Mhm.
So I think it's given that my focus is really on community engaged teaching and research. I think the partnership here has some real legs to it and has some real potential to it.
Yeah, that's great. So where is the experimental agriculture area at? Is that down south?
It's all over the state of New Jersey,
Okay.
actually. So yeah, so there's an official entity called the New Jersey Agricultural Experiment Station,
Mhm.
and that used to be just a few farm fields where kind of Cook College or where SEBS is now. But generally, Rutgers and in particular NJAES, we have a presence in all 21 counties through our
Oh,
cooperative extension programs and offices, and then we have a number of field stations, many of which are in South Jersey.
mhm.
So we have research farms actually in North Brunswick, just off the New Brunswick campus. We also have a cranberry experiment station down in the Pine Barrens. We have an eco complex in Burlington that's doing a lot of really interesting. This has always been doing some interesting work, doing a lot of interesting work now on waste conversion and circular economy types of things.
Very cool.
Shellfish Research Center way down in deep South Jersey. So yeah, Rutgers is kind of everywhere.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And you teach out of New Brunswick?
Yeah, I teach out of the New Brunswick campus. So
Okay.
I'm on what's called our Cook campus, which is where a chunk of SEBS is located. So
I'll have
yeah.
to make my way up there and see what it's all about.
Yeah, we can give you the tour and stuff, and
Mhm.
hopefully you can get you in to see the gliders. Those are really cool to see.
Yeah, that'd
So
be
yeah.
great. I don't get
So
out of the farm much, and I
yeah.
get people kind of make fun of me for that, but I'm like, "Oh, I got a lot to do here."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yep. Was there anything you wanted to add about Rutgers and anything you want to tell the viewers?
It's a great school.
Mhm.
Highly recommend students or families consider Rutgers when you're considering your options for college. We have a lot of, we have, I think it's almost 60,000 students all told. So we're
Wow.
we're big.
Yeah.
We're really big. We're part of the Big Ten. We have a lot of fantastic faculty, and there's a lot of real groundbreaking research going on at the university as well, and
Mhm.
a lot of faculty who really do care about students and student success. So
Yeah, and I can tell that firsthand from working with your students and just how involved in their education and future career you are, and what I've noticed is that you really care that they're getting their needs met, that they are able to graduate on time, and that not only that, but you care about where they're going as far as internships, that it's something that they would actually like and would inspire them. And I think
yeah,
that says a lot
yeah.
for you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks. I put a lot of thought into that
Mhm.
sometimes when thinking about internships and different types of opportunities that could really benefit a student. So there's a lot of thought that goes into that. It may not always be apparent, but we're
Mhm.
always trying to keep that top of
I
mind.
see it. I know the students, they see it as well,
Yeah,
that I've worked with.
yeah.
So good job on that. That's
Uh,
great.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's about it, Jack. I really appreciate you coming out to the farm,
Yeah.
and I invite you back when we have a little more growing over there,
Yeah.
and look forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the collaborations and the partnerships as we go forward.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks,
Great.
guys. Take
Thanks.
care.